Hello everybody. Today we're working on getting some birch bark, cleaning up the fire pit area, getting firewood brought in, just like a wheelbarrow load, and talking a little bit about what we burn, the kind of wood that we collect out of our woods. And then I was gonna show you what I just did in the workshop with the freezers. We raise our own animals and stuff, so we have 4 freezers in the workshop and we need them for all the different meats that we have. So we do a lot with pork and beef and venison. I just went through and kind of organized and cleaned out all of the freezers, so I can kind of go through and show you a little bit of what we did. And then we also have one of the freezers that has some beaver hides, and we got a tag for a fisher that had gotten hit on the road on our property, and we had called the DNR, and the DNR came out and looked at it and gave us a tag for it, and I can kind of show you that stuff. So I wanted to do a quick thing on that, and then show you really quick the ice sled that we'll be doing another video on, getting the ice fishing stuff ready for the ice season coming up. Super excited for that. So just doing some outside stuff today. Collecting the birch bark is kind of a big part of our winter. We have a wood stove in the garage that we use in the winter to cook on, and so having the birch bark for that kind of stuff is really nice also. So we just go out before the snow and collect a whole garbage bag or whatever, and just kind of let that dry. It dries really nice. That's what we're doing today. Let's get going. This is our ice sled. This will be a video coming very, very soon. Super excited. We're going to be getting that ready to go for this ice season. So we usually pull that with the 4-wheeler, and that kind of turns into like the tops fold out, and we can turn that into our tabletops for using like for our rods, setting our rods out or setting the grill out, or for our adult beverages. I can't remember the dimensions on it, but we'll be showing how we set it up, what we put in it, usually like for ice camping and that kind of stuff. So pretty cool. Something Lee came up with. So that'll be a very, very soon video. My bird's nest. All right, here's a birch tree that was down in the woods, so I'm gonna get some of this thicker stuff that was on it. It's like really thick. And it's pretty dry already, but that's really good stuff. That'll burn really nice. So stuff like this. I don't bother with little pieces, but if there's some nice stuff coming off, then I don't bother with real thin, small stuff either. But so now like that piece right there, that stuff's all rotten wood inside of it. I'll take that and I'll knock the wood out of it, and it'll take just a little bit for the bark to dry, but that'll dry really nice, and that stuff's really good. So I don't have any problem with stuff like that either, so I'll take like that whole piece and just start here. So we're coming up on the beaver pond. Looks like it has a skim of ice on it. Oh, geez, let me trip and fall. I was hoping to try to catch one or two. It was down so far you could just, all you could see was dirt and their little tunnels, or the little paths that they would take all over. We had some friends come over and trap some. These guys were doing some major damage around. You can kind of see, well, you probably can't, but I mean, they were going so far into the woods to take down new trees that they actually dropped a tree on the neighbor over here onto their building. So we had to start taking some of them out, but this definitely filled back up more than it was, so that is nice to see. But no beaver action for you guys, sorry. Pretty cool to see ice on it though. Come on, ice fishing. Ready for the ice fishing, for sure. All right, let's get out of here. Let's see if you can watch me fall. So we're deep into the woods. We got 25 acres over here. Little mushroom. Little mushroom. I don't know what kind of mushroom that is, but that's kind of neat. We have this is the blueberry patch down here. This is all blueberries. So this is where the bears like to congregate down here. That was a mushroom too. These are all mushrooms. There's a blueberry plant. Real thick stuff. And you never want to peel it off standing live trees that will kill the tree. It does damage to the tree, it hurts it. So you always want to take it off of dead stuff. I got my bag of birch bark, and it's a big bag. That's a lot of birch bark. It's a lot of good stuff. So we should be sitting just fine for the winter. This will be awesome. Super excited to have that. So I'm going to get that set in the garage and let it start drying. I'll show you the wood stove here quick. It's kind of a mess right now, but it needs to be cleaned up. Lee hasn't done it since he got it. I got it for him for our wedding, and it's got the bread box on the top, and it's got the oven, copperclad range. I think it was in 1942 is what we figured out. I got this thing for him for our wedding. He's always wanted one, and yeah, I don't know. We use the heck out of it. So all winter long, like, we'll come out here and he'll cook breakfast, and so we have like a bunch of different pots and pans, all cast iron. We got the black stone out here right now, but we've got a bunch of different cookware, and it's got the water box on the side for hot water, and he really needs to do a cleaning on this thing, but that is like his favorite thing in the world. His brother got him this sign, Leesburg Court. But yeah, we use the heck out of this thing in the winter, so that birch bark comes in really handy for starting this thing every time we want to cook in the winter, and it's super fun just to have this thing. So making breakfast, bacon, and out here instead of in the kitchen is way better making the mess out here. For sure. Make the mess in the garage. So, way better. Right, I think the last thing on the list, second to last thing, next thing would be the freezers. So the other day I did the defrosting and organizing. Like I said before, we do our own animals. So steers and pigs, chickens, that kind of stuff. So let me show you what we got going on. So first, when you walk in, we have this chest freezer, and this is all hamburger, 2-pound packages. I did not even do a count on the burger, and that's not even all of the burger. So back here we have another upright. Let me turn this other light on. Oh. We always bungee these closed because we had one so full that it popped open, and it was an absolute nightmare. So anyway, this shelf down here is all the rest of the hamburger. So that gives you an idea of how much hamburger we have. A lot. Down here is all of our breakfast sausage. I I believe there is a couple packages of hamburger mixed in there in the very back. But for the most part, it's all breakfast sausage. So there's different kinds of breakfast sausage mixed in there. Most of it is just like a regular breakfast sausage flavor. But there are other flavors, like there was a apple breakfast sausage, and then there was a moonshine breakfast sausage. I think that's kind of it for the breakfast sausage that we had. We did have a package of mild Italian pork left and one of hot Italian pork left, but that was it for that. On this shelf, this was all of our steaks, roasts, I believe the pork chops, and I think so all the beef and the pork was on that shelf. So we had a couple briskets, flat steaks, let's see, these are ribeyes, a couple tenderloins, flank steaks, this is all Lee's beef fat, I think. He has jars of that. I have my smoked corn that I love cooking with. So I have some packages of that in there. Let's see. Beef tenderloin. That kind of stuff is all on that shelf. Up here we have duck and turkey. And then Lee has some fish. There's not very much fish. I do not eat fish. He does, and like our children and grandchildren do. So he will do like a big fish fry kind of thing. And then back here would be our chicken, what's left of it. There's not very much left, which is very sad. So we have to do meat birds like immediately next year. So, and then we have some like provolone and baby Swiss, and I think this is a smoked Gouda over here. Lee did a bunch of, I believe this is like venison and pork sausage in these packages. And then of those beavers that we got, Lee kept some of the meat. He wanted to try doing some of the beaver meat. We heard it's really good. I don't know. So, but we've seen some videos where people are like, "Ew, it's gross." So I don't know. We have what's left of our bacon. We got maple bacon. When we made bacon, it turned out really freaking awesome. So we definitely want to do that again. All right, this freezer, we also bungee just to make sure when it's really full. All right, this one is now kind of like our overflow. I should have just put the rest of the corn in here, but I think I was so tired by the end of it, I just didn't even think about it. Same thing with the cheese. I could probably just do it like now, but so I have like breakfast sausage links that we made, and then we have some like onion rings and mozzarella sticks that our friends gave us, and then some smiley fries that our friends also gave us. And then for the fun stuff, the dead animal cooler. I keep forgetting the name of this. Fisher. Yeah. So the thing we got the tag for. Pretty neat. I mean, look at the claws on this thing. That's pretty cool. Its teeth were broken when it got hit. Look at this thing. It's so cool. But, I mean, look at it compared to the size of my hand. So neat. So we have that. Like I said, we've got from our property, from damage control on our property, we've got the beaver pelts down in there. We have, I believe, like 1 or 2 beaver skulls that we wanted to try to do something with. And I think that was it for that stuff. So I think that was it. But other than that, that's kind of it for that stuff. We will be hunting, so we will have venison going in to the freezers. I will be canning some of it also. We do enjoy canned meat, like canned venison, canned beef, canned chicken. I actually prefer canned. There's something about the flavor you just can't. It's so tender and juicy, and I don't know. I know it looks disgusting, but there's something about that meat that's so awesome, and you can put it in anything. So that will be a future video also, how to can that meat. So one thing left will be the wood. So I'm down here at the woodshed, and I'm just going to fill up the wheelbarrow and bring some wood in to the house. So I was just going to talk about the kind of wood that we have in our woods and what we burn in our house. So we have maple, oak, birch, and popple or poplar. I'm not sure what you call it, but that's what we burn in our wood stove, in the garage, and in the house. So this holds about 15 cord. We burn about 5 cord in the house, between the house and the garage cook stove. Well, that's it for this video. I think I've got everything done for today. Hope everyone's staying warm, and we'll catch you on the next one.